Well, here we go. So, this is going to be one of the first videos. I'm coming up the stairs. Sorry, it's dark. On the light rope, daily transformation for the bold. The light rope is a little bit of a play on the book, The Tightrope of Depression. The Tightrope of Depression, of course, is the book that I wrote recently and launched in November. And it talks about my own, lengthy battle with depression, but it's not really, this YouTube channel is not really about that. It's, getting a little used to this thing here. It's really more about what to do about it. Because, who cares? If you have a broken leg, what good is a broken leg if you don't fix it? Right? A broken leg prevents you from doing things. And to talk about the broken leg, I've got this broken leg. It's just such a terrible thing. And I can't do things because of it. And what an awful thing. And wouldn't it be nice if my leg were fixed? And I wonder, it hurts so bad. And we just talk about the broken leg and how bad it hurts and how much it's preventing me from doing the things that I want to do. And that's all well and good, but if you don't move to the place of fixing it, what good does it do to talk about the broken leg? And of course, the answer is none. And I'm going to come in here and sit so that we've got this pretty view of the Christmas tree in the background and see if I can get this gimbal to work right. This is a new toy that I got, one of those DJI gimbals that lets the camera stay focused on you as you walk around. And I'm getting used to it. But anyway, so let's talk about the purpose of this channel. The purpose of this channel is to provide you, the subscribers and listeners, with daily inspiration, an opportunity to go somewhere to get the kind of encouragement you need. So I called it the light rope, daily transformation for the bold. And it's for the bold because it takes bold people to make changes. It takes people that are bold and willing to take action, right? That's what transformation is. Transformation is taking something from its state today and its original state and making it something different. Now, every single person has challenges, overwhelm, discouragement, and perhaps even depression. Okay. So what? That isn't the question. You have those. So do I. So do we all. But are we going to take the choice to sit around and observe how difficult those challenges make life, which is like talking about the broken leg and how bad it hurts and how much it prevents you from skiing or walking or visiting friends or doing the things you'd like to do? Or would you like to talk about what to do about it? Mitigation strategies. Maybe you're going to limp forever. I've got a knee that I dislocated very badly snowboarding several years ago. So badly that it was, like this, out of joint. And on the way down in the gondola, it hurt really badly, but I could feel that it was like completely out of alignment. And, I didn't want to wait. And so I laid my leg sideways and just smacked the side of it as hard as I could. And it didn't go in, and then smacked it one more time. And, massive pain, but it popped it back into alignment. Now, I don't know if it was a good idea or bad, but I did it. I did it because I wanted to take some action then. And it hurt when I hit it, but it got back into alignment, and then I never did anything about it. I never went to see a doctor. It was back in, and it hurt, but I figured it would heal. And it did. But did it heal fully and completely? Not so much. Sometimes when it's cold, and sometimes this and that and the other, I have just a tiny bit of range of motion limitation. And I have worked on it, and I've done a lot of martial arts and stretching and yoga and all those kinds of things. And so I know a lot about how to do that. And even with all of that work, it remains slightly limited in range of motion and no longer hurts, fortunately, but just a little bit of, it's not even stiff, but it just won't go past a certain point. And it's very, very slight. But the question remains, what would have happened if I had done something else? Okay, I don't know, and I'll never know the answer to that question, and I'm not going to worry about it now. But it's the point about these limitations that we have. The limitations of overwhelm, discouragement, depression, naysayers, people that bash you, situations that bash you and seem to get in the way and make life really hard. You have them. I know you have them. I have them. It's the common lot of all of us to have those struggles. But if you, like me, I'm sorry, my nose itches. If you, like me, are called to do something, if you know you have a mission, a purpose, maybe it's just to be a great mom or a great dad or a great husband or a great wife or a great person, or maybe you feel called to lead a different kind of revolution. Maybe you help coaches or consultants, or maybe you help authors write books, or maybe you're a catalyst and a coach like I am, or maybe you have an executive position, but you have a craving to do a good job. You want to do good. And if you don't, and maybe you have a job that you hate and you just go there every day because you have to pay bills, and so it's working for the weekend kind of situation. Every person breathing air wants to do and be and feel better and happier. Maybe that in your mind is represented by making more money. Maybe it's represented by a better relationship. Maybe it's better health. It doesn't really matter. The key to all of those things is a choice to take action. And so this is the new year. My action this year is to create this YouTube channel, The Light Rope, Daily Transformation for the Bold. And I'm going to create this channel. And my commitment is to do one every day. Wow, every day. To do a video that I think has got something in it that's worth your time and worth your effort to watch. So this first one, and the first several, are really going to be about a choice that you make to do something to better the situation that you have. If you're wishing, wanting, urging, aching to have something more in any area of your life, then my immediate question to you is, what are you willing to do about it? What actually are you willing to do? Because my experience is that most people, when I have this conversation, they want to continue doing what they're doing. They don't actually want to change anything, but they want to find what I call a secret sauce, some method, some tool that will give them a different result. I see this in internet marketing too, as I help people build businesses online. They want to suddenly reach way more people and get way more clients, or have a large shift in a relationship or in their income or in their health. But they want it to just happen without doing the steps that are necessary. So the good news is you can probably have anything you want, or nearly anything. The bad news is you have to do it. You have to take the steps required from where you are to where you want to be. That's the bad news. The good news is you control that. It's in your hand. You have absolute and ultimate control. One of the favorite distractions or excuses we give is that it's out there. I can't do this. Not my doings, not my fault. I don't control that. I can't make that happen. That's nonsense, my friend. That's nonsense from the get-go. You have absolute and ultimate control over whether these things happen for you. The only question for you is, do you choose to exercise it? Or would you rather make excuses? I don't know. I've lived in both camps. I've lived in a place where I made a lot of excuses about what I had and didn't have, and blamed others and blamed circumstances and blamed this, blamed that. And you know what? It never changed anything. It momentarily made me feel good because I blamed somebody. Not my fault, not my fault, not my fault, not my fault. And then, I could take the burden of lack of having that off my back. But deep down, I knew it wasn't true. And so it didn't actually remove the misery and the sadness, because it was my doing and it was my choice. And the good news in there, this isn't a bash me over the head or bash you over the head thing, but the good news is as soon as I realized it was my choice and I had control, then my mind started thinking, okay, what could I actually do? So pick a goal, maybe for even just a month that you want to do by the end of January. Something you'd like to be different. So on February 1st, let's see, today's January, what, 3rd? So in 28 days, February 1st, that's different about your life. That's like a change. And then think right now and write down of 3 things that you control to make that happen. Not it depends on the economy or, the president or the prime minister or something like that. Something that you can do. And then schedule time in your calendar to do that. One of the most powerful things for me, for example, and I'll be talking about this at length maybe tomorrow or another day, is the morning ritual. So I have a morning ritual. I'm not always faithful in doing it. On the days that I am, it matters a lot. I get more done, I feel better, and I enjoy the day more. On the days that I do it. On the days that I don't, it's easier to blame and to get behind and to feel discouraged and all that good stuff. So what I would mean by that is, okay, take time to go sit down for a minute and write out what the morning ritual would be. For me, it's prayer, meditation, exercise, and some learning. Okay? And then to schedule it. And then to figure out what I need to do to get up a little bit earlier to make that happen. Now, I already do that, and my goal time to get up at 5 o'clock is necessary in order for me to do that. So that's your challenge. You can do that, and you control it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.